30 beluga whales at a financially troubled marine park in Canada are at risk of being euthanized after the country's fisheries minister blocked their transfer to a theme park in China.
캐나다의 한 동물원이 사육하던 벨루가가 30마리, 벨루가 30마리가 안락사 위기에 놓였습니다. 이 동물원은 최근 재정난을 겪으면서 중국의 한 테마파크에 벨루가를 판매하려 했으나 캐나다 수산부가 이를 불허하면서 지금과 같은 상황에 처한 것으로 전해졌습니다. I love beluga whales.
Yes,
but
and
it's so sad what might happen.
A lot of people in recent years have said they should not be in captivity. They're too intelligent and they deserve to be in the wild.
They should definitely be in the wild, yeah.
But we have a big problem here. This place is called Marineland, and it used to be a big draw for crowds near Ontario in Canada. But it's faced some scandals over treatment of the animals and has not had the visitors it's had, and in fact did not open this past summer.
Yeah.
They're expecting to sell the park, and a lawyer for the park back in February says they want to very quickly move the animals. And these whales in particular, there's 19 belugas and one orca who have already died. So these remaining whales need to get out of there. And Marineland had a deal with China, with the Chimelong Ocean Kingdom in Zhuhai, but the Canada's fishery minister had blocked the export permit, saying that they could not do this because of the treatment that these whales might endure. So the issue is what to do with these whales, because Marineland says if we can't send them to China, we're going to have to put them down.
To put an animal down means to euthanize them.
Yes.
Which is very sad indeed. 안락사 시키는 것을 to euthanize라고 하고요. 또 다른 말로 지금 표현해 주신 to put an animal down, to put this whale down.
Yeah, or to put to sleep is the other term that's used sometimes.
Really?
These are euphemisms because it's a really hard word. Euthanasia is an awful word to use, especially as a pet owner. So we have these euphemisms to make it a little bit easier to talk about.
Well, let's have a look at the risk of being euthanized then.
Yes, if something is at the risk of something else, it means there's a danger that will happen. There's a possibility, and it's not a good possibility. It's a negative possibility that something is going to happen to them. In this case, a danger of being put down, of being euthanized.
안락사될 위험에 처했다. Be at risk of being euthanized. What about financially troubled?
If you're financially troubled, you have financial troubles, meaning you have money troubles, meaning you don't have enough money, or you have too many debts, or you can't pay your bills, or whatever it may be. You have money problems. So if you are financially troubled, you have money problems. That's a simple way of saying it.
Financially troubled, 재정적으로 어려운. 그러니까 재정난을 겪고 있다라는 뜻인데요. 실제로 이제 연방 정부의 도움, 자금 지원이 있지 않으면은 이렇게 한 30마리 정도의 벨루가 그 고래가 안락사될 수도 있다라고 합니다. 굉장히 안타까운데 빨리 지원이 됐으면 좋겠어요. Hopefully they won't be euthanized and they will get the money that they need.
Yes, and hopefully they can be taken somewhere where they can be, properly supervised and then released back into the wild.
Exactly. All right. Well, let me read the headline again. 30 beluga whales at a financially troubled marine park in Canada are at risk of being euthanized after the country's fisheries minister blocked their transfer to a theme park in China. Let's move on to the next headline.
A Swedish man searching for fishing worms near his summer house in the Stockholm area has unearthed a 6-kilogram hoard of silver coins and jewellery from the early Middle Ages, containing thousands of coins along with rings, pendants and beads.
스웨덴의 한 남성이 스톡홀름에 있는 자신의 별장 근처에서 낚시용 지렁이를 찾기 위해 땅을 파다가 6kg에 달하는 중세시대 초기의 은화와 보물을 발견했습니다. 발견물에는 동전 외에도 반지, 목걸이 장식, 구슬 등이 포함된 것으로 알려졌습니다. Wow, what a find.
Yes, looking for worms and in fact finding treasure in a cauldron. No less.
Found a little bit more than worms.
Yeah, this is one of the biggest finds. It's unusually large. It's very well preserved. The copper cauldron this hoard was in, all these gems and coins, has deteriorated. But we do have these incredible coins, silver coins dating back to the 12th century. There are even some of these so-called bishop's coins, where you have the image of the bishop stamped on the coin at the time. And so this dates it very, very well. And archaeologists are speculating that this could have been during a very turbulent time in the late 12th century when Sweden was expanding control into Finland, when things were going on, where people were hiding treasure to be found by fishermen hundreds of years later.
Everything about this is so surprising. First of all, that it's just been hidden away for hundreds and hundreds of years.
Yeah.
And there's so much treasure that no one knew about. And I guess it wasn't that deep in the ground.
No, but in the countryside, you know, if nobody walks by, if nobody touches it, the good thing is the fishermen did their civic duty and reported it immediately so that the Stockholm County Administrative Board could get archaeologists in, and so this treasure can be taken care of.
와. 12세기경에 묻혔을 것으로 추정이 되는 그런 동전, 보물 6kg어치를 땅속에서 찾아낸 겁니다. 정말 여러모로 놀랍네요. 자, 그럼 표현을 좀 볼까요? Let's have a look at to unearth something.
Oh, I like this word. To unearth. We don't say to earth something as the opposite meaning. But to unearth something means to dig it up from the earth, to uncover it when it is in the earth. So you can unearth treasure, you can unearth stones, you can unearth roots, you can even unearth potatoes if you like. The point is you're discovering something that has been under the ground.
unearth 그러면은 땅 속에 있는 것을 파내다. 즉 발굴하다가 되겠고요.
Yeah, but we can also use it when we discover something that's been hidden away. So, for example, if you're searching through your closet, you might unearth old family photos.
그러네요. 찾다. 그냥 이런 의미로 쓸 수 있겠고요. 꼭 땅이 아니어도. What about the early 12th century or the early something?
Yeah, we use the term the early moment or the late moment to describe that time period.
Yeah.
So the early something century, like the early 12th century, will be the first half of that 12th century. The late 12th century would be the second half. So we use early and late. The early 20th century, we talk about 1900 through to 1950. The late 20th century, from 51 through to the year 1999.
Exactly. The early something. 그러면은 초기, 초반의 뭐뭐뭐. So the early Middle Ages. 그러면은 중세 시기 초기를 얘기하고 있겠네요. 반대로 the late, blah 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 이렇게 표현하면은 또 그 시기의 후반을 얘기합니다. All right, here's the headline again. A Swedish man searching for fishing worms near his summer house in the Stockholm area has unearthed a 6-kilogram hoard of silver coins and jewelry from the early Middle Ages, containing thousands of coins, along with rings, pendants, and beads. Now here's our final headline.
An Australian woman has set a new Guinness World Record for the most pull-ups in 1 hour, completing 733, which works out as more than 12 every minute.
호주의 한 여성이 1시간 동안 턱걸이를 733번 성공해 기네스 신기록을 경신했습니다. 이 기록은 1분당 12번 이상 턱걸이를 한 것에 해당합니다. Pull-ups, when you were any good at these? Or are you?
No? Have you seen the size of me, Sue? I'm a big man.
You never know.
My arms can't hold that weight.
정말 힘들죠. But for an hour.
Yes.
733.
It's amazing. Congratulations to Jade Henderson and commiserations to Eva Clark, who had set the record in 2016 with 725. Jade Henderson broke that record on the Gold Coast. Both Australians. And Australia is famous for fitness. Lots of people like to get out and about and exercise or surf or do other things. Jade Henderson herself is all about the fitness. She's been competing at CrossFit at a high level. She was planning to go for a 24-hour version of this, which I don't know how anybody could do.
Goodness.
But another Australian, Olivia Vinson, has the record of 7,079 pull-ups in 24 hours.
Oh, so someone has that record.
Good luck to Jade if you try that in the future. I don't think I can even do 10 minutes, let alone an hour or 24 hours.
Even 1 minute is tough. I know some people will do it really, really quickly in a minute. You know, maybe get more than 12, in that time. But to do it constantly for an hour or 24 hours for that matter is just unbelievable.
I think you'd be hard-pressed to find a Marine or a soldier capable of doing that.
Exactly. 와, 원래는 24시간에 도전하려고 했는데 그 기록이 있대요. 24시간 그 7,079개 기록을 세우고 있는 올리비아 빈슨이라는 또 역시 호주 여성이 있는데 그 기록에 도전은 결과적으로 못했지만 그 1시간 도전 733번이라는 새로운 기록을 제이드 핸더슨이라는 호주 여성이 기록을 세우게 됐습니다. 기존에는 725개라는 기록이 있었고요. 이번에 733개. 다 철인 같아요. They're like,
Incredible.
Would you say they're iron ladies in their own way? Not like
Absolutely.
Margaret Thatcher, but
I'd say iron women.
Iron women. Iron
Yes.
women, yeah. 그래요. Okay, let's have a look at what they did. They did pull-ups.
Yes, and a pull-up, well, we have push-ups when
Yeah.
you lie on the floor and you use your hands to push your body up and then lower it down to the floor and then back up again. A pull-up is when you have a bar above your head and you grab onto that bar with your hands and you pull yourself up using your arm strength so that your chin, I believe, has to go above or onto the bar and then down again. And that's a complete pull-up.
그래요. 찾아보시면은 사진도 영상도 다 인터넷에 있습니다. 대단해요. Pull up. 이게 턱걸이가 되겠습니다. What about to work out as something?
Yes, if something works out as something else, it means that's the calculation you've made. And we use this expression to show that we're doing the calculation. We're
Yeah.
doing the maths. We're just making clear that look, if we do this sum, this is what it is.
Yeah, you can say it also comes to
Yeah.
12 per minute.
Ends up as...
그러니까 결국 계산을 해보면은 이렇다. 이런 얘긴데요. 733 pull-ups in 1 hour works out as more than 12 every minute.
And I wonder, Sue, whether you chose the term works out here because it's a fantastic pun.
Oh, is it? No, I didn't.
To
Why?
work out. To
Oh,
exercise.
Yes. Oh, there you go. Maybe that was what the person who initially wrote this was thinking about.
Perhaps.
Who knows? All right. Well, here's the headline one more time. An Australian woman has set a new Guinness World Record for the most pull-ups in 1 hour, completing 733, which works out as more than 12 every minute. Well, that's it for the headlines this morning with Paul Matthews.